Everybody, and welcome back to the Journeyman Sports Podcast. I'm one half of the show. My name is Cade. The other half of the show, Garrett, will not be on here with me today, but I had to come at y'all because the NFL word, man, has been absolutely wild. It seems like everything is rolling and rolling and rolling. People got, we've been putting slips out on Instagram of how you should bet, which way you should lean, all that. By the way, go follow the Instagram at the Journeyman Sports Pod on Instagram, because that's where you'll see all of our betting slips on there, or really my betting slips, because Garrett's a D2 athlete. He can't touch that stuff. But today I wanted to come on because the NFL has been a very wild world to live in recently. Trey Lance, man, was traded. That's why I want to come on. I feel like the NFL has done Trey Lance wrong. Okay. And I also have seen a lot of the resemblances of the Josh Rosen situation moving in on the cold front, with kind of what's happening with Trey Lance right now, because it seems you basically gave up 4 first-round picks, 3 future ones, and 1 in that draft at the time to actually draft him and take a chance on a guy that you knew was going to be a project. And then as soon as you actually figured out that he was a project, and as soon as you actually saw that he was a project, now you want to get rid of him and pass him off and do what you need to do. And when John Lynch got in front of the press, he took full accountability for the situation. He did seem sad, so I will give that to him. But honestly, it's not good enough. You gave up on a kid that you said you believed in. You gave up on a kid that, has a lot of potential, could have been the next franchise guy, and you gave up on him for a, last pick of the draft, and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has been around for 4 or 5 years. We've seen what he can do. We've seen what he can't do. So why are you giving him a chance, a guy who hasn't been in the organization at all, over a kid who you took a chance on, you put a bunch of capital into, you took, your time out to start coaching this kid and get him comfortable in an organization, and then seemingly just threw him to the curb as soon as things didn't go as planned. Now, given, yes, he did have injury issues, and yes, he has had some starts to where it's been iffy, but the best ability is playability. We know that is availability. And when you're not available, it makes it tough on the organization. But given this kid had 1.5, 2 years to solidify himself and barely got any chances because you had Jimmy Garoppolo sitting in front of him to start off. And then as soon as it was his turn, yes, you ran into injury problems. But, you get this one magical run out of Brock Purdy who, props to Brock Purdy. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. Props to Brock Purdy, but you give it to a kid who had one run and did play well, but he's more of a game manager, just as Jimmy Garoppolo was. So if you wanted a game manager, why did you not just keep Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't really get that. I know that they didn't know that Brock Purdy was going to be what he was, but Brock Purdy hasn't shown me a huge arm. He hasn't shown me these magical plays, and we've seen the big play ability from college with Trey Lance. But you never gave him a chance to reach that ability, or you never gave him a chance to reach that level of play, because he never got a real solid chance in the NFL. And the reason why I say it reminds me of the Josh Rosen situation is, yes, they didn't take a Kyler Murray in the first round the year right after, but at the same time, they did throw a kid who they drafted in that draft class and give him more of a kind of a step up than they actually gave Trey Lance. And even though Trey Lance is the one that they gave up all that capital for and they set their franchise back years, it seems that they're more confident in the Brock Purdy kid. Now, on the Cowboys side of things, I like it because, this is going to give them more leverage with Dak Prescott in the future. It's going to make it easier to negotiate contracts, saying, hey, we don't really need you as much because we do have this other kid that was taken high and that we believe in, and we barely even had to give up anything for. A 4th-round pick for 4 first-round draft picks is really not even comparable. So Plus, we know that the Cowboys were looking at Trey Lance if the 49ers didn't take him or if he fell down the board. The Cowboys were very, very interested and liked his character in the draft. So it's cool to see on the Cowboys side of things, but I still feel as though the 49ers did this kid wrong. I hope that Trey Lance, can find his footing and get stable in the organization again and get a real shot at some point, because I do feel like there's a lot of untapped potential there. I do feel as though he didn't get enough of a chance. I feel like the 49ers made this move too quick and too irrationally. Like I said, Sam Darnold has been around the league 4 or 5 years. He's shown exactly what he is. So why are you giving him a spot over a kid that you just 2 seasons ago believed in, put a huge investment into, and then you seemingly just didn't back up your investment at all? So I don't get it on that side of things. I think, it's not a way that I want to see the league go with young quarterbacks at all. But, that's the way I went with this situation. So trade grades, I'd give the 49ers a D- because you did lose all that capital. You did, trade away this kid that you seemingly believed in and that was expecting to be able to at least be given a shot. Yes, you got Brock Purdy. That's really the only reason why I'm not giving this an F. But if Brock Purdy doesn't pan out the way that they think he will, or he runs into injury problems, it's going to look very, very stupid on the 49ers part, especially since they always seem to have a lot of injury problems in that building with running backs and quarterbacks alike. But, I'm looking forward to seeing what Trey Lance does in his future. I'm looking forward to see what the Cowboys do with him or how this whole situation plays out, because I do think, like I said, Trey Lance was given up on too soon and that he has a lot of untapped potential. I missed you guys. I love you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Go check us out on all platforms. We love all the support. We love all of our, true fans that love to watch our content. So thank you very much. Just trying to keep on building and pray for Trey Lance, man. Pray for Trey Lance. RIP my guy. So, yeah, but we'll catch you very, very soon with more and more exciting content.